You and I were texting last week, and we were kind of trying to, we were working on linking up and getting together. And here's my text to you. And this is before Lakers went on that 2-game road trip, and we assumed Luka was going to be gone for both of those games. Okay. I said, any chance we split these next two without Luka? This is what I'm asking for,
That's right.
right? I'm like, hey, let's just go 1-1 on this road trip. This is a good road trip. You say, I hope, got to stay at 500. This is our mentality, right? Last week, just why wouldn't that be our mentality? The Lakers don't have a lot of their key players. And then you said, think better chance is Memphis, but we'll see. Need at least Smart back. And, obviously, and we just kind of went into a little chat. Well, since that text exchange from you and I, Lakers have won 6 of 7. They won both of those games we were talking about. I know Luka came back against the Memphis Grizzlies. They handle business against Miami, a second of a back-to-back yesterday. We obviously know the lineup that's been there. I was just spending some time with the audience. I'd love to get your thoughts on this. For me, it's less to do with the 6-2 record. It's more to do with just how they're playing stylistically, who's stepping up, no excuses made. I mean, there really is, I think, from I don't know if proud is the right word, but you respect how they're playing and they're benefiting from it with wins. But even if those were not wins, I still appreciate how they're playing the game.
Yeah, there's certainly the wins definitely help, right? If you win by one, everybody's happy. If you lose by one, everybody's upset. The sky's falling and all of that. Think about that Minnesota game. Austin hits the buzzer beater. He doesn't hit that, and everybody's frustrated and angry and upset. Instead, everybody's happy because they won, even though they gave up that big lead in the fourth quarter. But so the wins are an important part of that. But yes, there's also stylistically an element of fun to the way they're playing. And part of that is because what the strength of the team has been the offensive side of the ball, and offense is fun, right? When they're executing, they're moving the ball, they're putting up buckets. That's an exciting thing to see. More exciting for most to watch than a team that's going to grind out a lockdown defensive game and they're going to win, 95-93 or something. The Lakers are eclipsing 100 points. They're putting up buckets. They're moving the ball well. They're sharing it. They're playing together, and that's fun basketball. But they're finding ways. And Alan, in the past, I've had the comment that they found a way to lose in a number of games. It feels like this Lakers team is finding a way to win more often than not. They're finding ways to get the job done. Oh shoot, this guy's out, that guy's out, this guy's hurt. Let's find a way. And they are, and they're getting the job done. So that's always exciting to see. But I also think that one of the best ways when we talk about fans are enjoying what they're seeing right now, one of the best ways to connect on an emotional level with fans is to do it through hustle, through grit, through grind. And we've got Marcus Smart, head first dive, two hands to the ball like a goalkeeper in soccer, hitting the floor, keeping plays alive. We've got Jake LaRavia flying all over the place. Not always the most coordinated looking guy out there on the court, yet somehow, some way, making a big impact, hitting big shots. You've got DeAndre Ayton, who hasn't worked out in other places, stepping up in big moments here for the Lakers. There's this, you said the word we're proud, and I think there is that element to it too, where Lakers fans are looking at this and saying, damn, these guys are competing. And so that's it on top of the offense being the driving force behind this team. On top of it being wins, it's also the hustle and the heart that these guys are showing. And all of that is creating an immediate connection between not just the Lakers and each other, but this Lakers team right now and Lakers fans.
What's that say about JJ Redick?
I think he's doing a hell of a job. I think, I was in Memphis the other night for Lakers Grizzlies and was 15 feet away from JJ all game. The man is us. He is living and dying with every single play. He is on edge each play of the game. He's getting frustrated when they're not doing what they're supposed to do, when they're going through those spells where they kind of switch off a little bit mentally. He's smiling. He's excited when they're doing what they need to do, when they're making big plays. This man is very, very locked in. And I look at the way he's changed this offense to really utilize that high pick and roll with DeAndre Ayton, getting Jackson Hayes involved in those actions as well. You can see him molding what he's trying to do around the personnel that he's got on this team. So I think he deserves a lot of credit as well for what's happened so far this season.
Yeah, if we have a 8-game highlight reel of the season, Lakers are sitting at 6-2. I want the clip to start on Sunday when he absolutely hallucinated and dropped 67 F-bombs going into a timeout.
Yep.
And then that kind of sets the tone for everything else. You know, it's funny, Trev, after that moment, they did come out, play differently, and they ended up kind of pulling away against Miami. But I like what you said. And, you know, that's a great perspective to have, that if it's tough if you're watching the game on TV, but I encourage you, if you do go to a Lakers game, kind of key in on JJ. Just look at him, watch him for a few minutes, 5 minutes, something along those lines. And I think what you said is he kind of lives and dies off every play. It's a good way to describe it. You know, we're accustomed to the Zen master, right? We're at Phil Jackson, where it's like nothing could affect him. Sometimes fans would look at that and say, no, I need more emotion. I need you to be upset at what's going on. Well, then JJ Redick might be the perfect guy for you, because he doesn't exactly hold it in. I do think that, you know, I don't want to make too big of a deal about it. Here's the reality. We're 2 weeks into the season. But I do think that the philosophy that your team has, or the grit that your team has, a lot of that does and can come from your coach. And JJ does deserve praise, and I get it. And you've done many of these live streams where you're saying to yourself, somebody's going to bring up, yeah, but Al, what about the playoffs? It's like, okay, we'll get to the playoffs. It's okay. You know, let's see what he learned from. Let's see if this roster, how much different it is. But let's not forget, he won 50 games in his first season in the NBA, which is not easy to do in the Western Conference. And he's got the Lakers off to a good start for a team that's, you know, missing a ton of guys. I want to have, you know, yesterday, I think there's a few things that we can walk away from, but let me just kind of isolate for a quick second. Nick Smith Jr. I don't know how much, you know about his history and everything else, but he's been kind of thrown in now a couple different times. I remember specifically last time they played Portland a week ago. Basically, they needed somebody to bring the ball up the floor. They were blitzing Austin Reeves, and it was like, we need an actual point guard that can bring the ball past half court. Then you see him do what he did yesterday. By necessity, they needed him. What was that? Just kind of watching this two-way player shine for the Lakers and getting his moment in the league.
Well, you know, everything said the Lakers are in big trouble going into that game against Portland, the number one steals team in the NBA by a decent margin, and the Lakers are going in with 4 of their 5 ball handlers out. And Marcus Smart at this stage is really more of a secondary creator than a primary creator, and that's it. So you needed somebody that was going to be able to step up and handle the basketball a little bit. Bronny got those opportunities. Nick Smith, though, JJ after the game talked about he was able to bring a little bit of wiggle to the ball handling. And that's right. He was able to get into the paint through those pick and roll actions, or at least get to the top of the key. And then with the lateral mobility that he's got, was able to shake free, get to his spots, and hit these pull-up jumpers, was able to organize the offense to a degree and get things going. He's not a next-level passer where he's making like the crazy read. Luka makes these reads. Austin can occasionally make these reads. The cross-court pass that nobody else sees because the big is rolling to the basket and sucking in the defense. The next thing you know, the ball's whipped to the corner. He's not going to do that, but he was getting to his spots. What's that?
More fundamental,
right? Yeah. Nick Smith is more of a score first guy, but that's what you need. You just needed somebody who could get to their spots and get a decent shot, whether it was for themselves or someone else. And so the moment called for someone, whether that was Nick Smith, whether it was Bronny, whether it was Dalton Connect, somebody that could bring that particular set of skills, I guess Liam Neeson style, to the moment. And that's exactly what Nick Smith did. And he was sick, apparently. It was a flu game for Nick Smith. I don't know if it happened or not, but he left at one point, and the thought is maybe he went and threw up, or something. Like he was not feeling well, but he went out there, played a hell of a game, gave the Lakers exactly what they were lacking in this game, and was a big part of them carrying this across the finish line. So, big congratulations to him. He had a heater of a game and stepped up when the Lakers needed him most. And that was great to see. I would assume more opportunities are coming for him now after this performance.
Thank you very much for watching the clip. Just want to give a shout out here to one of our partners, the Wallace Firm. They are official injury attorney of the Sliwa Show and Hoops Talk, the entire channel. If you are ever in a need, and I hope you're not, but some type of serious injury with yourself
or a family member of yours, I would like to personally help you by introducing you to the best in the business, Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm. Also got a URL out here that you can use as well. Just go to wallacewins.com/Sliwa. Thank you for their partnership, and thank you for being a part of the Sliwa Show.